What is the spiritual significance of ants in the home? 7 symbolic meanings. Small but mighty. As useful and valuable as ants are in the wild, we find the little creepy-crawlies uncomfortable inside our own 4 walls. It's usually leftover food that attracts them from the outside and makes our home simply irresistible to them. We can learn a lot from their dedication, orderliness, and productivity. But ants are also considered an omen within the spiritual world. Whether good or bad, we'll tell you here. Number 1. Bad luck and unrest are in the house. Red ants in particular do not bode well for a home. Once they have taken a house or apartment by storm, tradition has that it won't be too long before peace and harmony within these 4 walls are over. Red ants symbolize bad luck in its nastiest form. Before long, the inhabitants of their cozy home of choice may no longer be able to achieve anything, and anger and frustration are the order of the day. But the peace of the house also threatens to go awry once this little red army has taken up residence. Incidentally, it is not known how the ants got this dubious reputation for bringing bad luck. Number 2. Money flows in streams. In contrast to their red relatives, black ants are a very good thing. Financial blessing in abundance are in store when they have put out feelers for a particular dwelling. Even if it seems annoying at first, and we are probably mainly thinking about getting rid of them as quickly as possible, we should at least pay a brief moment of gratitude to the little black fellows. Nobody knows where this ancient knowledge comes from, but anyone who welcomes black ants into their home can look forward to a lot of money. Number 3. Financial losses and losses. Once again, it's the red ants who get the blame. The aforementioned bad luck includes a shortage of money, and this is what happens when these tiny insects join us. Planned financial transactions may not be under a good star. Money that we lend out when red ants visit us may never be seen again. We should also avoid gambling in the casino, online, or in the lottery if the red menace has taken up residence in our home. But even theft, burglary, or account hacking are no longer as unlikely as they would be without the little red roommates. Not everyone means well, but many pretend to have our best interests at heart. The fact that this is our money should not be ignored either. Number 4. Happiness and peace. The direction of the compass decides. Black ants are not just a good sign per se. If they decide to visit your home from the north, you're in for unexpected luck. Unfortunately, it's not known why good fortune comes from the cool north of all places. However, this cardinal point supposedly puts the crowning glory on the basic luck of the little black friends. Luck is, of course, in the eye of the beholder and is always relative. Some people see their peace of mind and harmonious coexistence as the greatest happiness on earth. This animal omen can also be interpreted in this way. Where peace is no longer or not yet an integral part of a community, it will soon become a permanent guest with the help of black ants coming from the north. Number 5. Happiness is already on its way. An army of black ants on our doorstep is a sign that things are about to get better. But don't kill or scare away the little black lucky charms. If they appear between the house and the garden, practically marking the boundaries between inside and outside, then the spiritual meaning is clear and free of any misunderstandings. Happiness is then already on its way to us. Why are we being informed of this in such a friendly way? Perhaps we should try advanced gratitude. This has never done any harm. But of course, such optimistic omens are also there to give us hope. Finding a colony of black ants on your doorstep in the darkest hours may give non-spiritual people the willies and convince them once and for all that they've just subscribed to misfortune. Those who are familiar with this symbolism, however, know that the universe has sent this special storm troop to encourage us and predict the light at the end of the darkness. Incidentally, the little black animals will disappear again all by themselves. Don't worry. This usually happens at the same time as your lucky streak begins. Number 6. Bad news must be expected. Red ants approaching our home from the east are not a good sign. Specifically, they mean that bad news is on its way to us. The east, as a cardinal point, has many meanings in the spiritual world. On the one hand, many things begin there because the sun takes its course in the sky from this direction. But where there is a beginning, the end is not far away. Number 7. Being bitten by an ant. It burns and itches and is generally not a pleasant feeling when the little creatures bite down. They are a good example of how size says nothing about efficiency and sustainability. In any case, it is only a good sign to a limited extent if these industrious little insects like to eat you. Our ancestors, for example, assumed that this rare misfortune only happens to corrupt people who put their own advantage above all else. The spiritual message of the aggressive ants is therefore a warning against certain people who are not honest with us. If we are the victim of this unpleasant attack, this should also be a lesson to us. We are no longer on the right path and have lost sight of ourselves. Animal messengers of the universe. Creation does not distinguish between big and small, significant or insignificant. In future, treat ants with even more respect than before. These little animals have a lot in their luggage. They are messengers of the divine, come in droves, and sometimes even bite.